Hi everyone, welcome to today's live. So my name is Laura, for those of you who don't know me, and today I'm going to be talking about manifesting abundance into your life, and I'm also going to be doing some clearings around this area. So let me just tell you a little bit about how this works. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at what your unconscious blocks are to manifesting abundance in your life. We're going to identify what they are and we're going to clear them out. So if you'd like to receive them, all you have to do is say yes. So first of all, when we talk about manifesting from a Theta healing perspective is the ability to bring something into your reality using the energy of creator of all that is. And the correct term for bringing something in is actually actualizing, because manifesting is the process, and when it shows up in your life, it actualizes. So if you'd like to bring something into your life, the best word to actually use to draw it in is to ask for it to be actualized into your reality. So often people will ask the universe to bring them many different things, but they never show up. And that's often because they have unconscious belief systems, unconscious energies that actually block them from coming in. And what I have found with clients and participants who have been in my class, and for myself as well, is often we feel like we're open and receptive to what we'd like to manifest in our lives, but actually we have unconscious belief systems that are blocking, so we're actually not that receptive to receiving. So one thing that I was guided to talk to you about today is when you actually receive from the universe and it evokes a feeling of guilt. So often people will ask for something to come, but when they get it, or there's a prospect of them getting it, it brings up a feeling of guilt or a feeling of shame. So I'm really curious to know if any of you can identify with that, if it resonates with you, and if it does, share with me what it brings up for you, and it will be helpful with the clearings. Hi Shirley, hi Raghat, hello Amelia, welcome everybody. Thank you all for joining. So guys, the other thing I would like to ask you is if you know anyone who would be interested in these clearings, please do live stream this video, and they will also be able to receive the clearings as well. So please do share your comments with me. I'm going to check back in a moment and see what comes up for all of you. So I'm going to start with what I was guided to share today. So often this feeling of guilt that's associated with receiving money, receiving love, whatever it is that you're asking for, it comes from a space of lack. It comes from a space of not having. So it comes from your old experience. So it could be this lifetime, it could be another time, it could also be something that was handed down to you. So when you have that experience of not having enough, you then form this idea that there's never enough. That energy stays with you and it sits in your subconscious mind, and it may also be something that you consciously think as well. And if that energy is not resolved, it can really block you in many ways, because number one, the signal that you're sending to the universe is there's not enough. And number two, often what can occur is when you've had this experience of not having enough, you know what it felt like to have that experience, and it probably didn't feel good. And often what happens is we project our experience onto other people. So if you didn't have enough money, when you take money from other people, it's not even taking, it's receiving it. When you receive it, it actually feels like you're taking it. So it was interesting that word actually came through. So when you receive money, you feel like you're taking it, because you may actually project your experience of not having enough onto them, and they may have plenty. So this is something that when you actually resolve it in you, it opens up the capacity to receive more. When you have this type of belief and this energy, it acts as a barrier between you and receiving. You actually put up an energetic wall. So we're going to clear that in a moment. So you can check to see if you have that belief. There's not enough. Melia says, I need to give. And you know, that's a really, really common thing for people. They feel like they have to give all the time. So then I'm curious to know, what do you associate with receiving? And what are you gaining out of giving? And Raghat says, that's how I feel with my clients. Yeah. Hi, Faiza. Hi, Mila. Hi, Jasna. So we're going to clear this in a moment. Now, the other thing is when we grow up in our experience in our younger years, when we grow up, we form a lot of belief systems based on our environment, based on what was going on around us. And, you know, a lot of us are born into a certain socioeconomic group. And often what we do is we collectively take on the ideas, the belief systems, and the energies that's associated with that group. And then what happens is we see the world, even if it's on an unconscious level, through the lens of that collective energy. And we project those belief systems and those ideas onto people, that there's never enough. But the truth is that there's plenty of money in the universe, and there's plenty of people who do have a lot of money. So when you have these beliefs where you've grown up in an environment where there may have been struggle, there hasn't been enough, you project onto other people that they don't have enough. And that acts as a filter that does not allow you to be able to perceive and recognize all of the people who do have plenty, who actually would really like to give you money, would really like to pay for your services. So it's really important that we disconnect you from that as well, and we will do that now in a moment. And I am just looking at your comments as well. So Penny says, I was told as a child it's wrong to be rich because there's so many poor people in the world. Yeah, and that's another common thing. But the truth is by you having no money, it's actually not going to help anybody really. And the other thing is, you know, this is a common thing that healers have. They often have a real issue receiving. But the truth is the more money you can have, create and generate, the more you can actually contribute to the world. So how about we shift your perspective on that? So everything that you were told as a child, or at any point, or anything that you picked up from your environment about money, about receiving, that's actually limiting you, can we just release all of that now for you all? So if you'd like to receive it, you just say yes. The other thing I want to say is that, you know, the truth is that you are the energy of money. The higher truth is that we're part of the energy of creator of all that is, which is that energy of oneness, and money includes that. So when you can let go of your belief systems about what money is, it can allow you to embody the energy of money. And when you embody the energy of money, it will physically show up in your life in many different ways. So the thing that creates separation between you and money is the belief systems that you have about it, such as there's not enough, it's hard to get, it's a struggle to get. Also, you know, we can have a lot of feelings about money that we project onto money, and of course money has its own energy. So if you're projecting these feelings onto money and they're not nice, if they're negative, money's not going to really want to stay around. It will run away, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to clear away all the feelings that you have that you project onto money, and we're going to align you with the Creator's truth about what money is. And we're going to clear out everything that is not in alignment with that truth. And we're going to align you with the truth that you're actually one with the energy of money and that you can embody money. And we're going to align you with what that is, what it looks like. So let me ask you this. So for those of you who have this idea that there's not enough, is there some kind of gain you get? Is there a value or a positive that you gain from not having enough money? That might sound like a bit of a weird question, but often on some level there is a gain. And if you're gaining something from it, your subconscious mind isn't going to want to let go of that belief, because it will hold on to it because it believes that it's actually helping. So I'm just looking at some of your comments, and Amelia says money brings conflict and money separates partners. So if you have this idea that money brings conflict, your subconscious will push money away to try to avoid you having experiences of conflict. So where did you learn that money separates partners and it brings conflict? And I'm just looking at some of your learnings here. So to be pure, and then I'm starting to save. Okay, so the thing about saving money, that's okay, but it has to come from a choice and not from a space of fear. And often you hold on to the old belief system, which is motivating the saving, but actually you're still holding on to the fear, and you're still in that loop, that cycle of there's not enough. So you're not connected to the higher truth that money is actually infinite. So can we actually disconnect you from that, and can we align you with the truth that money is infinite? And can we download the higher truth about your capacity to create and generate money? So, you know, often we have a lot of ideas about how we can create money, what we can do, but our ideas can be very limited, and often our ideas are coming from our old belief systems, our old experiences, and what we have observed around us. Yet the truth is that there's many ways that you can make money. So what we're going to do is we're going to take away your limited perspectives about how you can create money, and we're going to download to you through Creator of all that is, all of the ways that you can create money that's fun, easy, enjoyable for you, and we're going to just open that up for you now. The other thing about creating money is when you do something that you love, it magnetizes money to you, because money follows the energy of joy. And if you're doing something that you really hate, it's going to lower your vibration, and it's not energetically in alignment with the energy that magnetizes money. So let's align you with the truth about all of the things that are fun, joyful, easy, light for you to do. And you can have that awareness. You can know that it might come now, it might come later. It may come as an aha moment later, or it may come through a dream. So just be open and pay attention to what insights and what comes through in the coming days. You're welcome, Shirley. So let's just bring that through for you. So I'm seeing someone has, maybe a few of you, that it's painful to make money. So if you have that idea, it's painful or struggle, you're not really going to want to make it. So let's just resolve all the ways that you've made money before, and it's been hard, difficult, painful, or challenging. And let's show you that other possibilities are available to you, and you have different choices available to you now, and you can choose them. So Jasna says, I can't figure it out. And I'm assuming that's about what to do that's joyful for you. Well, what if you don't have to figure it out? What if we can just actually give you that information through Creator? So everywhere you are in that energy of trying to figure it out, can we just change that? Can we do a healing on that? And let's just align you with the energy of trusting the Creator. Looking at your comments. So, Elena, hi Elena, nice to see you. Says less money seems more relaxed. Strange thought just came. Okay, so if I have less money, then I can relax. So then I'm wondering what you believe that you have to do to create money, or what is it about having money that creates stress? Hi, Corinne, nice to see you. Nice to see you. Okay, so let me see these comments. So my parents always argued about money. All fights were about lack of money, not being good with managing money, and there's never enough. Okay. So can we clear away the associations that you have with money and fighting? And you know, when we have these experiences where we observe our parents arguing in these ways, we come to a lot of, we formulate a lot of ideas about money, about the arguments, and we put them together, and then the subconscious associates money with conflict, so it rejects the money so you don't have to have conflict. So what we're going to do is, first of all, what's your lesson in that? I'd like to know, Amelia. And we're going to show you the higher truth about what was really going on with your parents and what it really had to do with money, and we're going to shift out everything in the way of that so that you can have that knowing. So we're also just going to shift out all that energy of conflict, all the pain, all the hurt, and everything that went along with it. So that's the other thing about money, is that often, you know, money's not the real issue. We often unconsciously reject money and push it away because we're afraid of what's going to happen when we have it. And I can see someone said, people will take it from me. So often what we do is, when we feel like it's going to create conflict or a problem, the subconscious mind says, you know, you don't really want it, you think you want it, and I'm going to make sure you don't have it so you don't have problems. So Lorena says people will take it from me. So within that, there's a real energy of feeling like you don't have a choice. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back to all of those places where you felt that you had no choice and that you have to say yes or you have to give it away. And we're just going to actually resolve all of that, and we're going to bring in the divine truth that you do have a choice, and that you can say no, and you have a choice around what you do with your money. And we're just going to release any shock and trauma from any time anyone did take anything from you. Okay, so hi Roy. So Amelia says, I need to make myself loads of money and be independent. So okay, that's a good thing to create financial independence. Yeah, it sounds like it's coming from a place of fear, so you're trying to do it so that you never get into that situation. So let's show you that you can create, you can generate money, you can be financially independent, but you can also receive support from others, and you can do that without holding on to that idea that money causes conflict. And we're just going to take all of your ideas, your perceptions, how you see money that's actually inaccurate, and we're going to release them. So we're going to just show you that you recognize the difference between you and your experience and other people's, and that you can live without projecting your experience onto theirs. And if it does occur, that you recognize that it's happening and that you can actually change it. Okay guys, how are you all doing? Rag had said, my father always judged and criticized people who have money, which made me feel guilty. So what made you feel guilty? Was it that he was judging? Was it that you feel guilty when you have it? And what was the message that was sent to you based on your father judging others in regards to money? And Sophia says, I don't deserve to receive money from clients. So why is that? What do you believe you have to do or be in order to be worthy of receiving? What if the truth is you're just worthy because you exist? But here's the thing, you know, we learn that there are a lot of conditions that are associated with our worth. So we have to behave in a certain way, we have to be a certain way, we have to do something in order to be worthy. And these are all things that you would have learned through your experience, but it's not true. When you were born, you probably didn't have this. This is probably something that you learned. So what we're going to do is we're going to release all of the conditions associated with your worth and realign you with the truth that you're actually worthy just because you exist. Okay. And then Raghad says it's wrong to have money, and that's what I was feeling you might say, Raghad. So it's wrong to have it, and then you feel guilty when you do have it. So then what's your dad teaching you through this? The other thing you might be doing, I know a few of you are saying, you know, my mom was critical and judgmental of people who had money, is you associate money with being judged, money with being criticized. So to avoid being criticized and judged, you reject the money so that you can maintain the relationships. So then what's the worst thing about being judged and criticized? So you learn to receive without limits and projections. Brilliant. So let's complete that learning and bring in the knowing that you can do that without carrying that belief that it's wrong to receive money, without carrying his perceptions and points of view and anyone else's about money. And let's just transform and transmute all of that now. Would you like to be aligned with the energy of being irresistible to money and being a money magnet? Say yes if you'd like that. Okay, so getting blamed for being abundant. So you reject the money to avoid being blamed. And what's the worst thing about being blamed? Let's just bring that download through. Okay, a lot shifted out there for you. So maybe some of you associate pain with judgment. And you know, when we're judged and blamed, often we feel like it's personal, particularly when it's someone that we love. But what if it's actually not personal? What if their blame and their judgment is them just coming from their own belief systems, their own perspective? So can we just actually bring in the truth about that and show you that it's nothing to do with you? And we're just going to release all the pain from all the judgment, show you that it's over. I'm sensing there's an energy of judgment destroys. So can we just release that and actually show you judgment's an energy and it can't destroy you. And anytime you felt destroyed by it in any way, we're going to resolve that. Okay. Let's take away all the judgments, your judgments, their judgments, anyone else's judgments, and let's just transform it into light. Okay. How are you all doing? Okay, so Katrina says, I wish everyone well and to be abundant. So that was your lesson. So let's free people from the obligation of teaching you what it takes to do that. And you can do that now without holding on to those old energies, that you can celebrate other people's abundance and your own. And let's invite the energy in of other people celebrating your abundance. Okay, that looks a lot better, a lot lighter. Okay, everyone, thank you very, very much for joining me today. So the other thing I wanted to mention is I am going to be running the Theta Healing Manifesting and Abundance course online on the 3rd and 4th of October. So that's over the weekend, and it's at 1 p.m. to 7 p.m. UK time. So if you would like to join me, I would love to have you there. It's a 2-day Theta Healing course. The prerequisites for this course are basic, advanced, and dig deeper. It is online, so that means that you can join me from wherever you are. And you know, the topic is really about manifesting abundance in your life. So we're going to be doing a lot of clearings around this area. And we've got a list of 100 blocks, so we're going to be working through that, and we're going to be teaching you how to manifest abundance using the energy of creator of all that is. So I would love for you to join me. I'm going to share the link below if you'd like to join. And if you know anyone who may be interested, please do let them know. It was great to see you too, Faiza. And the other thing I wanted to mention is I am going to be doing an energy clearing session in 20 minutes, and it's around ending sabotage with your inner child. So in case you're interested, I'm also going to share the link here. And yeah, it was great to see all of you, and I will see some of you very soon. So bye for now.